here's a few drills, work with hip mobility, simply just keep things moving, keep things a little bit looser, refresh the joint angle so that they have the, kind of opportunity to go back to where they want to go. And then after that, a few things for stability, build up, just some of the muscles through some isometric type work. So start off, basics. Bending the knee slightly, 90-90, and then just taking it through, the range of motion, up and down. You can do it without holding on to anything. You can grab something for a little bit of balance, play around with the speed that feels good, that day, time of day, whatever it may be. So another one, same thing, bent knee, and you're opening and closing the hip. So that's what it looks like from the side and from the front. And so you're doing these, whatever you can do to fit it into your schedule. If that means a couple times of the different movements, throughout the day, if that means picking a time, spending 10, 15 minutes, going through them 10, 20, 30 different repetitions, and having that block, as part of just your exercises that you're doing throughout the day, whatever kind of works out best for you. Another classic, but still good, just a simple, leg swing. Can play around with opening, like the hip up out to the side, or kind of twist it back inwards, and so whatever kind of feels better for you. And same thing, simple, just opening and closing the hip, twisting the entire leg, keeping that little bit of tension throughout the leg, throughout the knee, down towards the foot, going there. And then a couple variations on this one. You can just open, shut, or you can make some circles. Same thing, working with whatever range of motion you kind of got, and going from there. And there's the opposite direction. All right, as far as some stability isometrics, I don't know, these feel good. They just feel like they, build you a little bit stronger in these different positions. Work some of those, low muscles that, like, after sitting in the position for a while, start to feel that shake. Feel the nervous system maybe better activate in that whole general area, and just more of the musculature, the fascia, nervous system just come online. Some ones for the legs and hips to support that structure, to support that low back a little bit better. Just a standing lunge, coming down here, finding that position, that feels good, feels a little bit challenging. Can pick up the heels off the floor if that feels right. You can keep them down for a little bit more stability. Different days I have the back leg straight, or some days dig a little deeper, have it bent. This stuff is gonna look like 30 seconds to 3 minutes, and you can add hold weight to make it harder, cut the time down, can build up to 3 minutes, start with same thing, you'll start to kind of feel that shake, get a little tired, and you can push through, can cut it off there, and just keep repeating sets. Another one that's a oldie but goodie, just simple wall sit. Same thing, just sitting down in a chair up against the wall. Same thing, a little more hip specific, as like those kind of, maybe a little bit more target like the knee. Is same thing, just standing on one leg, can find a little bit of support. Bring up the leg into like that high knee position, as far as you can without, using any support. And same thing, just hold. If it feels too easy to you, you can pick up a weight, grab it, and kind of, support it there. Grab your support and figure it out. And then, might as well add one thing that, I've been trying to do more in the last 6 months or so, that just, feels good, like getting back into like that glute axis, getting into where it makes me just feel good walking, is, just the single leg. And bending down, same thing with this one. May want to add a little bit of weight, and like you feel that little bit of twist, into the back of that leg, back of that glute. Same thing, the leg that moving as you're going back, let it twist a little bit inward, gives you a little bit better access into that glute there. And there you go. See what that does for you.